Our story is very hot and very inspirational. So we want everyone, as many people to hear the story lah. Thank you, Amir, for sharing with us. So hopefully with your story, you can inspire as many people out there lah, especially the young people out there. InsyaAllah lah, dalam bulan puasa ni. Okay, sekarang nak tujuh orang masuk. Yeah.
Okay, 7 people is inside now. Let's start the game, the show. Okay, Amir, are you ready?
Yes, insyaAllah ready.
Okay, let's start with the this is Amir punya, bawah is Amir punya nama, IG, FB and email. In case any of you out there wants to ask him question later, you can actually do it.
Yeah, if you want to know how he does it, because his story is very inspirational. So sesiapa yang has lost hope to achieve your dream, after you hear this story, you might get inspired again, and maybe you would like to call him lah. He's more than ready to help lah.
Okay, so kalau sekiranya siapa nak inspired, jangan call me, call Amir. Okay, so he have gone through a lot of things in his life. Okay, and most of the people actually may not go through all what you have gone through daripada tukar, but it's a good, it's like you manage to actually test all the different punya section
Yeah, bang.
Before actually going out and share today. Okay, so to start with, I want to, let me see, ada orang Assalam Aeroviation Singapore. Aeroviation Singapore. Assalamualaikum. Okay, this is starting, ada orang masukkan Aeroviation Singapore. Okay, Amir nampak tak, Amir?
Nampak.
Waalaikumsalam. Okay, let's do.
Okay, welcome everyone.
Is it your friend, Amir?
Coming.
Is it your friend?
Thank you for watching the show.
Okay, so without further ado, let's go and
start the show. Okay.
Start the show with the first video clip. Amir?
Yes, bang, please.
Let's introduce Amir first lah.
Okay, Kak Yanti nak introduce you first. Okay.
Boleh silakan.
Full name siapa? Full name?
My full name is Amir Rahmat bin Jamil.
Okay.
I think I want to go to video first lah. Video introduction first.
Kita introduce Amir
better.
First lah.
So this is a video by Amir during his flight. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, that's our first clip which actually Amir have already upload inside his Instagram dengan Facebook. Okay, by the way, Amir Instagram and Facebook, let me share in case you want to link up with Amir in the future. For his IG is Amir Jamil 1982. Okay, and his Facebook is Amir Jamil. Okay, and email is amirjamil1982@gmail.com. Okay, before we start, for those of you out there who are in Facebook, okay, or YouTube is also live in YouTube. Okay, Amir, basically this is being live in Facebook, my profile, my page, Kak Yanti Facebook profile, and also YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
So quite a number of places that is being live lah. So
Okay.
jadi sekiranya anybody want to link up with Amir, the name is there. I got nothing to hide. Okay. But before we go, do actually let me bring it up this one.
So those of you who want to know more about Amir and his life story, you're always welcome to go to his Facebook or his IG account. Yeah, you can see all his photos over there. So this is a real, true life story, bukan yang direka-reka tapi real life. That's why we are all here to inspire you with his story.
Do like and share so that more people will benefit from this sharing. Okay, it's just to inspire during this time of COVID-19 ataupun circuit breaker period. Okay, do like and share or follow, and also can follow me at Adi Mistijadi Property Consultant. That's my page, and IG at Adi Mistijadi ERA, or can subscribe to my YouTube channel Adi Mistijadi TV. Okay, sekarang masih sikit orang, tapi do come in and do support, and then follow me and subscribe. Okay, Amir. Tadi video tadi nampak kapal terbang naik, kapal terbang turun tu, boleh ceritakan sikit apa tu?
Okay, so basically that clip I compile that is one of my last flight before I came back to Singapore. So that is basically flying with my instructor friend. So take off and then we do some maneuvers because Amir need to fulfill Singapore requirements, because America they have their own requirements and Singapore we have their own requirements. So even though I already passed my commercial license, I still need to do a few more hours of flying. So we rented the plane. We used the plane from the school. Kita do some maneuvers. We go to some other airports just to clock some few hours, and then came back. And so the last part of the flying is actually instrument flying, where kita only land the plane without looking outside. So that's why we got the light. Pasal dekat dalam airplane tu, if we use the white light, it will affect our eyesight when we look outside. So that's why kita pakai the headlight kalau merah and look at the instruments. So we only have to look at the instruments until to a certain point that kita boleh land, then kita look outside to see the runway.
Okay, I think this is it your friend Hazli San? He said you are a very humble guy.
Abang Azli, yes, I know. I just met Abang Azli a few weeks ago at a motorbike shop. Yeah, I met him. We had a chat, very good chat, and we shared contacts lah. Yeah, Abang Azli.
The good thing is that actually you want to share how actually we met.
Abang Adi and me. Okay. So basically, if I'm not mistaken, Abang Adi, we met I think almost 4 to 5 years ago, if I could remember, where I was in Scoot, Tiger Air. Okay. And I was during the flight when we got a few time, so I actually talked to my passengers, and obviously one of them is you lah. So we had a chat, and that's where I remembered you, as in I know your name, but I haven't met Abang Adi in person. Okay. So, and I remember how, because last time when I was riding motorbike, I always listen to, sometimes I was driving, I listen to the radio, always your advertisement come out. So I was like, very catchy advertisement. So one day when I flew, I met you, and I was like, oh, I know Abang Adi. Then I met you in real person on flight. So I was shocked, but I was happy at the same time. So we met on the plane when I was in Scoot at Tiger Air. Kembang.
Okay, so can you boleh sharekan sikit tak before you actually earn your pilot punya bar tu?
Okay.
Your youngster, apa sport you main? What sport you play when you're young?
Okay, I am very active in soccer, bang.
Soccer,
football.
Oh, okay. Soccer. Then after that, So how is your journey? You from secondary school, then pergi primary school, pergi secondary school, then what is the journey like?
Yeah. Just before you
okay. So,
actually, before you jadi steward okay, just to introduce you
okay.
Amir, after school you became a steward straight away that was your first job, your first career?
That was my career, but not my job. I got a few odd jobs before I
okay.
get into the airline. Yeah.
So your first proper career was you were a flight steward lah with
Yes.
Amir. Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe you like to tell us your journey daripada Sec 4 tu sampai you jadi you got your first career at Emirates as a flight steward.
Okay, back then when I was in school, in Melimau Primary School, I think in Jurong, we don't have the school anymore. So I remember back then I was a very big chubby boy, still am. So so basically I love football. You know, I'm very active in sports, but because of my weight back then, kan Amir I kind of like give up football because of my size. But still, my mom pun even told me, dah lah, you know, do something else except beside football. So I still want to play because I love the game. And so from there on, Amir, still when I was in secondary school, I mean in primary school even, I'm not a keen book person, you know. So still, you know, active in football. So when from primary school I went to secondary school, I went obviously to soccer team. And so I was in the bench. I dropped a lot of my studies because of football, because, you know, again, American favorite main bola. So because I was not in the first 11. So from there, Amir kind of feel a bit upset because why am I not chosen to be in a school team, even though Amir don't really, concentrate more on my studies. So from there on, Amir tried to, you know, lost my weight. I lose weight. You know, I start jogging. I cut down on any soft drinks and everything. So I managed to lose weight and I managed to play for football clubs lah. You know, and amongst the football clubs that I went in, my first club was Gombak United FCE. I took care of Mr. Sesnen, and then I lost my weight lah. So from there, I managed to go for clubs. And then from
that means in school you tak dapat main. In school you tak dapat main.
I got to play but tak banyak. Even I have to tell my friend, you know, because I was in the bench, so I have to tell my friend, try to act as if you're injured so I can replace you, and he did that. He did that for me because he knows I love to play football, and he did that. Just injury, after second half he just faked an injury, and the coach was telling, because I was playing his position. So I made a change. I was very happy because he helped me. I still remember him. His name is Govin. I ingat lagi.
Okay.
So,
lost weight and I
smart gitu.
Yeah, so you know, I dropped my back then. I wasn't fully concentrating on my sekolah lah. So Amir more to sports, you know, and then alhamdulillah managed to play for some football clubs lah. Amongst them were Gombak, Tanjung Pagar, Jurong FC as well, and when I was in NS, I tore my ligament.
Okay.
Injury.
Dari pada primary you pergi secondary.
Yes.
Lepas
Secondary school. After secondary, Amir went to IT Bukit Batok, which is no longer around. And then from IT Bukit Batok, I went to National Service. Yeah, I mean between that, before National Service, Amir kerja, I was to be honest, I was a petrol attendant before.
Okay. Attendant, okay.
Petrol attendant, I remember the shift 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. I also kerja part-time security from 12 to 12. And then I went to National Service lah, for 2 years.
Okay, so National Service what? Army, police?
I was in the army, 3 guards. Guardsman.
So when you were in ITE, which course do you take?
Okay, for ITE, I was in NITEC, electronics.
Electronics. So you were supposed to be an engineer lah kalau ikut plan because you took electronics engineering, right? So
yes.
Was it your dream to become to work as a flight what do you call it? You call it steward,
Flight cabin crew.
Cabin crew lah.
Yeah.
So was it your dream to become a cabin crew?
Actually, my dream has always to be a pilot. But
Okay.
to be a pilot, and from where I know, my history of studies is not great. So
Mm.
I was trying to be very close to be in an aircraft, kan? To be
Mm.
close to kerja dengan dengan pilot lah. So the only way was to work in the aviation industry. So
Okay.
kebetulan back then Amir pun when I applied for the job, Amir tak tahu pun that company exists, Emirates. I didn't know. And
Mm.
Amir apply. At that point of time, Amir it was a walk-in interview.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went down and Amir just introduce myself, and then they told me it's actually only for ladies. It's not for men interview.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, okay. So that's where but when the person who was there looked at me, she told me, okay lah, you can apply. So I sent the application form over there. Yeah.
So you apply for the job. I want to show some picture of you punya apa dia with Emirates. Okay, let me ini ya. Okay, these are some pictures with Emirates. Okay. This is when ini?
This is inshallah tak salah Amir, this is the first year I was in Emirates. This is my first this is the previous punya uniform with the brown khaki pants and the jacket. And this picture was taken, if I'm not mistaken, in Mauritius. Kita semua
Mauritius,
kita semua merah macam udang. Pasal
Okay, then and
all kena sunburn.
Oh,
baru sunburn. Okay.
What age was this? How old were you then?
When I joined, I was 23, 24 inshallah. Tak salah Amir.
Oh, quite young
Seems that you are very very banyak kawan This is another picture.
Yeah, all the hot girls, hot chicks.
Yeah, and this is a picture. This is the newer uniform.
Okay.
This is the vest for kita punya in-flight service.
Oh, dia ada banyak uniform for steward, banyak uniform, is it?
No, yeah, for kita only for in-flight service kita will change to the vest, because we used to have the old uniform, kita pakai jacket, but it's very hot, so they designed a new vest for us for in-flight service. And when we leave the aircraft, then kita nak kena pakai jacket lah.
Okay. Then this is another one. Tengah buat dulu tak ada Instagram, tak ada Facebook
Saya.
Tapi depan ni kalau ada bagus
Yeah, this picture, yeah, this picture speaks a lot, because if you see bang behind the crew, they were actually pointing to motivational posters which Amir bought.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, atas ni atas. Okay. Then with obviously with Emirates picture.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So okay, prior to becoming a steward, you actually do another job, right?
Before becoming yes, I was.
Okay. What kind of job do you do?
Okay, so before Amir got into being a steward, I was actually a delivery rider. I was delivering part-time with Pizza Hut, Canadian Pizza as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Canadian Pizza.
Canadian Pizza and also Pizza Hut. I mean, tak salah Amir, at that point of time before I get into the flight steward job, I was with Pizza Hut.
With Pizza Hut. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you go for the interview to be a steward, how difficult? Okay, this is for people out there who actually mana ada budak-budak kat luar sana yang ada inspiration nak jadi steward, nak jadi stewardess. Okay, what is the journey to be a steward like? Boleh share sikit?
So to apply for the job memang kan. Jadi, well, to be honest, let me share with you also something. A friend of mine, he also asked me the same question, and he got into the job. So basically, to be a flight steward, they actually look for something different in you. Especially, I'm talking about with my Emirates lah. So they are actually looking for, interviewers are looking for something in you, your personality, yang different. Basically, you're outgoing, you're outspoken, you're very smiley, you're friendly, and obviously the way you present yourself, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you sit down, especially posture, To be a flight steward, basically, I always tell my friends or whoever that want to be one, to be yourself. To be yourself, but most of the time you need to smile. You need to, even though if you go for the interview, you don't know who's beside you. You actually make friends with them. You talk to them, and actually people look at you. The interviewers or the people who are going to select you, they actually look around to see if you are interacting dengan, dengan orang sebelah atau tidak. So presentation is important. Yourself, be yourself, be friendly. So this shouldn't be thought lah. This should be in you. Yeah.
Okay. So when you are doing as a steward, working as a steward, is it tough tak?
Okay, so when Amir got the job, Amir ingatkan that kita terus boleh pakai uniform and terus serve. Tapi tidak, kita diberi apa tu dia panggil tu, SCP manual, Safety and Emergency Procedure Manual. So kita punya job not only to serve passengers or customers, but kita need to actually know the safety and emergency procedures. What happen if any emergency situation happens or any medical situation happens? We need to know how to act on them, and we are trained to do so. So kita, when I was there, I have to study lah, nak kena belajar. And being with my history back then, where I don't really like books, when I was there, I was like, oh, nak kena belajar. So, and that's why I was like thinking, my family semua dah send me off in a very nice way, and they are also happy to know that I got into Emirates. Tapi kalau I don't pass the exam, obviously I have to go back. So I don't want to fail. And that's why kita nak kena belajar. They give us an exam and they will train us. SCP is one thing, first aid is one thing, and also service is also one thing.
So does all airlines have the same procedure to get in?
I believe every or different airlines have different procedures, but I believe the training is similar.
Okay.
Similar, like safety and service, and depends on each and every airline.
So how long did you work as a cabin crew? Or how many years was that?
Okay, I was in Dubai. I was 8 years.
And so from 23 plus 8 years, that is 30 until you were 31 years old lah. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Then after that, you switched to Tiger Air.
Yeah, I went back then. It was Tiger Air. After 2 months, I went for the interview for Tiger Air, and after Tiger Air, they merged with Scoot.
Okay.
Okay. So how long did you stay with Scoot? For 2 more years?
For 2 more years.
Okay. Yeah. So at which point of time that you decided that, you wanted to go for the pilot course? What made you do it, and what inspired you, and what pushed you to do it? Suddenly macam terfikir ke, macam maybe you already planned it way before that was the time you're going to jump over?
Okay, so very good question. Basically, when I was in Scoot and Tiger Air, I got one of my best friend was there. The one who actually asked me to, the one who asked me how to be a steward. So a good friend of mine, dia sebenarnya dulu dengan ni, he was doing part-time jobs, and then he got into SQ.
SQ. Oh, he got into SQ. Okay.
Because of what I told him, be yourself, and he got the job. And from flight steward, he wanted to join his brother because his brother is also a pilot. So he quit after 1 year, almost 2 years, and he.
Wait. For a steward, must you be handsome? Must you be tall? Must you be a guy to be a steward?
Unnecessarily, it doesn't have to be, strong. Or again, it boils down to overall of you. Obviously, the height thingy is actually pasal kita nak tutup itu head track kan. So nak kena reach, tapi there's always a way, and dorang obviously have a minimum height limitation. So tak semestinya, like I said, as long as you know how to present yourself, you know, you have very good, like in general lah, you know how you present yourself and how you talk should be okay. Yeah, should be fine.
People out there, if you want to ask question, open question, you can just type in. I will accordingly. I will just bring up the question, and also we can ask Amir. Okay, one of the question pasal you are with Emirates and then you join Tiger, right? Okay, so one of the question they ask, somebody ask, Apai Faizal ask, mungkin nak jadi steward mungkin. I really don't know. Okay. Why you leave Emirates, enjoy Tiger?
Okay, so basically after 8 years in Dubai, so I think obviously there's no place like home. So obviously kita, I felt that 8 years I miss a lot of my friends punya acara like wedding, I miss family events, so obviously I decided to come back to Singapore lah, because obviously sometimes you need quality time with family members, because if you are based, because Emirates kita based there, so most of the time we will always be there. Yeah, so to come back to Singapore is always to spend more time with family members and friends. Yeah, so that's the reason.
So a question. So was the salary in paid by Emirates and Tiger, is it the same or was it like much lower?
The pay obviously in Emirates is higher compared to Tiger Air Scoot because it is a low cost carrier. So obviously there's a lot of difference in terms of salary. But kita also, we go per flight hours. We got basics and we also got flight hours. At the same time also we do have sales from the food, where we sell food on the flight for Tiger and Scoot. We do have commission on that as well, and duty free.
Different ini. Okay, so now next daripada steward. Okay, this is the first time I dengar daripada steward orang jadi pilot. Dalam for my 45 years atau 46 years this year 46, tak pernah I dengar steward jadi pilot, but you made it from the steward jadi pilot. Macam mana boleh terjadi ni?
Okay. Yeah, so when I was in Tiger Air Scoot, as I was saying earlier, I was a friend of mine from a steward. He became a pilot. So I see my own friend, one of my best friend, from a steward, he became a pilot. And so I tell myself, and he told me one day, he also told me this. I remember back then, he says, Amir, one day you are gonna, amongst friends, let's check out, one day you're gonna serve me tea. And I said, no way, I'm not gonna serve you tea. And true enough, after a few years, he became a pilot. I was serving him tea because I was in the same airline. But as friends, kita joke because he was being funny with me. But at the same time, he was actually the person who inspired me to be one, because he as a cabin crew, he became a pilot. He told me, Amir, it is possible. Is how much you want it. So from there, Amir decided that seeing him. I also got a cousin of mine who's there in Tiger Air Scoot, and they told me, you can do it, but just don't give up. So that's where I decided. And back then also I did there's a lot of obstacles that before going for the States, there's a lot of obstacles as well that Amir went through, which I overcame before going over there to take the flight training.
Okay.
So, but why have you chosen to go to the States? Is it because that's the only country, or there's like a few options?
Okay. In the States, because there's a few of my there's one of my friends who's there, and I got to know that the aviation, in terms of aviation training, is quite large over there. So and obviously I did my calculations. It's actually much in a way it's cheaper over there as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I decided to go to the States, and the way I heard that, you know, they are quite. I mean, every school have different ways of training, but my school, you know, they are quite strict, and we are, you know, kita being trained properly. So and I make a lot of friends over there, so it's good. The training is proper as well.
Okay. I understand that to be a pilot is very very expensive. Okay, that means kalau orang tak ada 300,000 400,000 tak bayar dream lah in the past lah. That's what I know lah.
Okay.
Actually, what kind of money are we talking about kalau sekiranya betul kita nak jadi pilot ni?
Okay, so it's not true. You know, in the States, it's actually a lot cheaper compared to Singapore, to be honest. If you're talking about flight training, from zero to hero, you talk about from private pilot to instrument to commercial, an average of, I would say, 55 to 70,000 US dollars is only for the flight training.
55 to 70. 55 to 70,000 US dollars.
US dollars. It depends on personally how you know, how fast you apa tu nama dia, belajar, how fast you can manage to understand some maneuvers.
Then how long do you take to get from tak ada apa-apa sehingga ke 3 bar tu?
Okay. For Amir, because Amir came back to Singapore 2 times for 2 months. So all in all, I actually estimated my flight training to be 8 to 10 months. 8 months to 1 year. Okay. Tapi along the way, kita obviously in America kita ada hurricane. We need to seek shelter. I mean, we have to go and stop training. Also for weather, kita ada weather. So all in all, my training took me insyaAllah 2 tahun.
2 tahun 2 tahun to be there.
So how long do you take to kumpul duit? This I was told that the whole thing cost like 100,000+. So
Yes,
how long do you take to kumpulkan duit?
Well, I have, you know, savings, but at the same time, a lot is more being, to be honest, being supported by my family members.
Okay.
Yeah, so they actually financially they assisted me in terms of finance lah. And also obviously my auntie also assisted me in my because like I said, kalau kita can manage to pass 1 time is good, tapi kalau kita have to do extra training, that's why we need, you know, financial support.
Okay, there are some questions okay, let me just bring it up so that anybody who want to ask question can ask. So since Amir is here and whether want to be a stewardess ataupun nak jadi pilot, I think he's here to share. Okay, so ni Nadia daripada Nadia Salt. Okay, hey Amir, what was the qualification needed to join Emirates at your time?
Okay, I was told that to be a flight steward in Emirates, you need to have minimum diploma or degree. But to be honest, back then when I joined in 2006, Amir only have my NITEC, which is NTC. Jadi
It's just NITEC.
NITEC, it was just NITEC.
Just
So
NITEC. Okay.
I was lucky, that time Amir was lucky. I think they needed you know, cabin crew back then, and I think diorang tak gitu strict in terms of qualification.
Okay, let me show some of the picture of you when you are young.
Okay.
Ada satu gambar ni.
Malu lah gambar.
This is when ni video ni.
Okay, this picture was taken in Australia. Tak salah Amir, this is in Brisbane.
Okay.
So ni kita ada layover in Australia. So Amir memang minat motor, so I found this motorbike along the street yang dorang park. So Amir just take a picture with the bike. And this is me when I was, I think, around 80 kilograms or 70.
Oh, masih fit look very very fit. Okay. There are some more questions. I just read. Okay. One of it is, what are the requirements you need to enroll to be a pilot?
Qualifications to enroll to be a pilot, in terms of you being a pilot in America, you don't need to have any qualifications. You just need to have finance, you know. But it is good to have qualifications in terms of diploma or degree at least, so that when you go for the airlines, you don't you straight away can apply for the airlines with your degree and your flying license. Because some people can have the flying license, but when they go for the airline interview, minimum qualifications they might need is diploma or degree. So this might hinder them kan untuk tersekat untuk to be confident for the interview. But
Okay.
it depends. Every situation is different.
Okay. Dia dan to be a pilot ni, dia ada 1 bar, ada 2 bar, ada 3 bar. Ni apa ni? 1 bar apa, 2 bar apa, 3 bar apa?
Okay.
Apa? But to me is the same. To me,
Okay.
I ingat mula-mula macam rank. Sergeant dari staff sergeant ke, senior staff sergeant ke. Tapi it's not that. Bar means different thing.
Yes, bang. Okay. So firstly, before I jump, so this is the first bar that we get where we become private pilots. And before we get this, we will get the wings. If you see in this video, my uniform, this is the wing. So the wings is actually when kita do our solo flight after training for I think around 40 to 50 hours of flight training. One of the training is to get your bar. So basically, your wings. So with the wings, basically, if from the plane uniform you get your wings first. So the wings is basically to tell people or to tell yourself that you have already earned the wings. So basically, you have did your solo flight. So that is your first solo flight with the wings, and then second is your bar. So this is a license that you get. So with this 1 bar, you're actually a private pilot. So with this license, you can actually bawa you punya family members, you can bring your friends, to anywhere in the place that you took your license, especially like in in US. So you can take your friends, you can rent an airplane, and you can fly with friends and with family members, but you cannot get money out of it. So that's one. It's like basically it's a private in Australia, tak salah saya, it's called recreational pilot license, RPL. For this is PPL. So the second one is your 2 bar. So second bar is basically to get you are actually instrument rated. So with this, you will undergo training to learn how to fly the plane with only instruments. So basically, during the flight, you cannot look outside. After takeoff, you have to look in the instrument. So they have a goggles, cover your eyes. That's where you train to get your second bar. So you train to only fly with your instruments, to land with the help of instruments. And then to a certain point, then you can look outside. That is your second bar. And the third bar is
GPS saja lah.
Dia tak pakai instrumen
Macam tengok GPS saja lah.
Yes, follow GPS, whatever instruments that you have in the aeroplane, you have to use it. And yeah, so that's why a lot of the airline pilots are using it. So of course, up in the very high altitude, like in class Alpha, which is around above 18,000 feet, you only look at, because there's nothing to see outside, especially when you alarm, so you only look at instruments. Yeah, so this is the second bar. And the third bar, commercial, is basically you can be hired. You are you're basically a commercial pilot, so you can be hired by a company.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is instrument flight, and this allows you to go into cloud. So let's say when you are for this private pilot, you cannot go into cloud. So if you see awan-awan, you cannot go near the clouds. So when you go inside, you get disoriented. Tapi kalau with this, after you pass this, you can go into clouds because you have this, but you need to have the proper rules lah. You have to they have some rules for you to fly IFR.
Okay.
Yeah, and
carry on.
Yeah. So the third bar is basically like I said, the commercial license. This is where you go to. You can be hired by a company, and you can, you can. If let's say you got a plane, let's say a guy have the private plane, he can hire you to fly him. So basically, you're working for him, and you get paid lah. You will dibayari lah.
Okay, I want to before that, I'll just show what is in the message. Ni daripada Hafiz Khan. In US a bit flexible bro, not much academics, but boleh Google for pre-aviation. Myself, I'm doing CPL in Aussie. Currently a PPL holder. Okay, this is from Hafiz Khan. You know him?
Yes, Hafiz Khan, I know him.
You know him? Okay. Then another question orang tanya this is Apai Faizal. Don't you think it's too late to build your career and financial now as a pilot?
Well, I don't think so, because in terms of aviation, bang, there are a lot of pilots who are they want to retire early. Some, if you think about it, a lot of young pilots, they want to go for bigger airlines. You know, they most maybe some of them or most of them. So if they go from the the small airline to the big airline, who's going to take over their position? you know. So I've got captain friends who actually from a big airline, because they are based outstation, so dorang nak balik patah rumah, patah balik ke rumah dorang, so they are willing to work for a smaller company, but based in the country like UK. Yeah, so they don't mind taking the pay cut, but they don't mind working for a smaller airline.
Okay.
But if you ask me, I don't think it's too late, because aviation, to be honest, is always in demand. There was advertisement yang mengatakan they needed a lot of pilots in the near future. Especially kita, in Singapore, we are expanding the terminal. We got Terminal 5, the megaport, tak salah Amir. So they have, they are bringing more, but due to the situation, so it is a bit quiet for now.
Okay. Actually, my son also wants to take aerospace. Okay. So I was thinking, should he go towards that direction, atau should just go for normal engineering? Because the worry part is especially now very worrying, because suddenly the whole Singapore punya job punya ni just suddenly change. Okay, to the CB period ataupun COVID-19 what is your say on that? If a person want to go towards aerospace punya academic ataupun what is your advice?
Okay, my advice is I was being advised to not give up. So if any of them ada impian ada cita-cita nak menjadi a pilot, they should not stop their dreams. I mean, they should find means and ways. It cannot also be a pilot, it can be something else. Boleh jadi apa-apa. But kalau seandainya kita ada impian, kita tak boleh, for me, if you want to achieve something, do not care what other people say.
Correct.
And there will be a lot of macam challenges in terms of, orang akan mengatakan sebaliknya. Tapi kita, in our heart, dalam naluri kita, we know that we want to be who we want to be. So don't ini like I said, with this situation, kita pun, most of us tak expect, especially aviation industry, we didn't expect this. A lot of my friends also are now at home because of the situation. So my advice is, if you have a dream, any dream that you want to do, be it flying, be it engineering, be it whatever that you want to do, you should achieve it. And try not to listen to a lot of people who are being negative at you. Correct. So just achieve it, because you yourself know what you want to be, and there's no one else that you want to to prove except for you and the people that have been supporting you, especially your family members. Itu yang my nasihat lah.
So basically, if you have a dream, you believe that, go with the dream. Okay, if you can achieve it, go for it lah. Don't people cakap ni tak bagus, tu tak bagus, you actually try to follow them. Just so be focused and go for your dream. So your dream wants to be a pilot. That's where you go towards that direction and go for your CPL, commercial pilot license, I guess. Okay. Okay. Sekarang I want to show some of the people some of the videos. Okay. I think before that I show you a video of you punya pakai uniform lah. Example this one. Okay.
Saya-
Ni apa ni? Ni tengah drive kapal terbang tengok phone ke apa?
Okay, so jadi ini actually I actually am taking a picture, you know, of myself. So I got Amir ada kamera dekat tepi. Jadi it's linked to my phone. Jadi
Okay.
you know, I need to take a good picture because sometimes kalau kita tengah buat training, kita tak ada time untuk take our personal picture. And most of the picture that Amir ambil is actually to inform my mother that, you know, this is what I'm doing because she deserve to know what I'm doing, kan?
Correct.
And she, because of what she have done for me and the support that she've given me, I try to update her with my training lah. So this is what you know, I inform her that, you know, I'm on ground waiting for my instructor to come, and so, you know, I just show her this picture that I'm ready to go for my flight, and this is my first bar. I'm actually training to go for my second bar, which is the instrument flying.
This is before you jadi pilot You rapat-rapat dengan pilots both are pilots
Saya.
Ini ada
So-
4 bar ni.
Saya bang, sorry.
This one ada 4 bar 4 bars
So the left side is the captain,
Okay.
yang the guy, and the right side is a lady first officer flying a 777 Boeing.
Oh. So what is the difference between this captain dengan this triple officer ni? Ada different tak?
Well, the difference is obviously, bang, the punya captain is the commander of the plane, so he got the last say and he got the whole responsibility. And on the right side, basically the captain has more flying hours. Basically he's more experienced than the right side. The first officer might just come in with low flying hours, or dia mungkin tukar from one airline to another. So they might start off with first officer. Some of them can be captains in previous airline, but when they join to a new airline, they might need to go for first officer first, or because they are flying lower flying hours, so they have to go first officer. That's how the hierarchy goes.
So how many pilots are there in a plane?
It depends on destination, bang. Kalau seandainya usually it's 2. Tapi kalau long distance, like macam for example, more than a certain number of flying hours, let's say for example Dubai to Australia, which is around 18 to 20 hours, you need to have at least 3 or 4 pilots in the flight deck. So they take turns.
So I just show some of the pictures. Okay, this is one picture. I guess the right one is you pakai macam Tom Cruise.
Saya panas.
Okay, this 2 bar when you are 2 bar
Saya.
This is on flight. Okay. Okay, I want to show some videos of you tadi yang kita say one of the, I think the third bar ke apa. Okay, let me just bring in the screen.
Silakan, bang.
Okay, so let me just bring this down. This right. Okay. So okay, you pun kadang-kadang nakal juga You ni example this I show you some of the video you actually let me show the video then you share with me what you do. Sekejap Okay.
Hello. Surprise.
Okay, actually what do you do actually?
So basically, my mother didn't know that I actually flew back for Hari Raya last year. Yes, so she didn't know that I flew back, because the month before I dah balik, so I have to go back to America. But I was, for me the last 2 years I miss Hari Raya. Jadi this year I want to surprise her, so she didn't know that Amir balik. Jadi Amir secretly randomly just took a quick video and then just to see how she react, and I mean, I expect my mother to come out from, to answer the door.
Oh.
Tapi it was her, so the reaction was priceless lah. She was very shocked.
Okay. Very surprise for her lah.
Yeah, very surprised.
Okay. Let me show another one yang you apa ni? This one is for you going for your third bar, I think.
Mana yang solo?
Oh, this is your first solo First solo flight
Saya, this is when you want to get your first wings, your wings, this is your solo flight. So sini tak ada instructor. This is just flying alone.
Oh, this alone
This is flying alone. There's no one to take care of you but yourself.
Ni kira kalau salah.
Ini kalau salah. Ini actually nampak nervous, tapi Amir try to stay calm. Pasal dah take off, sebelah tak ada instructor, jadi you are doing a traffic pattern. Jadi once we take off, after 1000 feet, we just turn left, and then we turn left again, and then we come back to land.
Oh.
It's like a rectangle lah.
Okay, frankly speaking, when you are flying that flight, what is the feeling like? Tu seorang tu.
Oh.
What is the feeling like?
It's surreal lah. Basically, Amir rasa gementar. But because kita, that is also one of the step that I need to overcome. One of the barrier, because all of us, we want to fly alone. Jadi, if you ask me how I was feeling nervous. I was feeling a little bit afraid, but after the trainings that Amir dapat from my instructor, and if dia boleh percayakan Amir to fly the plane alone, and he signed me off to fly the plane alone, jadi Amir pun tak nak, I don't want to bring him down lah, I don't want to disappoint him. Jadi kita pun, saya berdoa agar everything goes smoothly, and just do as what we were trained to do. Just take off, turn left, go down to the downwind, and then turn left again, and then land the plane. Jadi a bit nervous, tapi it is possible. Jadi we try to be calm at all times lah. That's one of the thing that we need to have as to be a pilot. Just to in situations like that, kita nak try to be calm. Even though it's hard for me to be calm, but I try to be calm. That's what happened. Yeah.
Now this is the one. So I guess this is a proud moment, or the 3 bar put on your shoulder. How the feeling? How is the feeling like?
Unexplainable, bang. Behind those smiles, actually, with that instructor of mine, there's a lot of things that I failed lah, in terms of feel in terms of training. Macam you know, kadang-kadang diorang mengajar kita sesuatu maneuver. Sometimes we cannot do it. Sometimes rasa very you know, annoying. You know, especially you know, for me kita ingatkan terbang tu actually senang, tapi it's not as easy as what I thought. Pasal with to get those you know, to get that license kita nak kena menunjukkan kita punya examiner that we are able to you know, to maneuver the plane. We are able to take off and land the plane safely with you know, some maneuvers. Jadi certain maneuvers that I do is quite scary because kadang-kadang kita need to go to higher level kan, just to show the maneuvers. Tapi with a lot of training, not to give up, kena marah dengan sometimes you know, instructor kita sometimes marah kita, tapi kita take it positive because diorang ni nak ajar kita. Jadi a lot of you know, challenges that Amir overcame, and when I did the exam with the examiner, it was actually no words can describe the happiness lah. Especially when I showed that to my mother. My mother actually said something that really touched me. She said, I'm in tears of joy. So that was what I had in me. I didn't believe that, you know, Amir tak percaya that Amir from a flight steward, Amir can, you know, get my 3 bars after all the challenges. But eventually Amir did lah, with berkatnya doa ibu, you know, with our determination, with kita punya banyak kesabaran, banyak doa, banyak cuba, especially I did it lah. So if I can do it, insyaAllah anyone and everyone can do it. Believe me.
InsyaAllah.
Your story inspired those
All the
people.
others out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
InsyaAllah.
And then Azli cakap, Alhamdulillah, that's the spirit Amir. Okay. Hafiz Khan actually share a video of his landing the flight also.
Oh, Abang Hafiz, okay.
Okay. May our bro Amir, dia cakap, may our bro Amir be an inspiration to those wanting to be a pilot. Because I know that bila kadang-kadang you tanya budak-budak kecil, what you want to be? I want to be a pilot. Tapi halfway the semangat die. Okay. So may our budak orang-orang Melayu kita, anak-anak muda kita want to be a pilot, actually go towards that career path lah. Don't give up lah. Okay. Mus cakap all the way Captain Amir Jamil.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is my old friend. Yeah, he's my old friend, and I met him same in Tiger Air.
Okay. There's another question by Apai, but before the question, I want to. Okay, so once you come back, nanti last kali I want to ask you about how you convert to commercial punya kapal terbang like Boeing lah. I will put it later. But once you come back, actually you get your 3 bar. This is where the story come in. When you get your 3 bar, you return home on 1st of April 2020. So once you touch down in Singapore, what happened?
Okay, jadi I got to know that kita kena, all of us who came back from overseas, especially US, kita nak kena quarantine for 2 weeks, 14 days in a government provided hotel. Jadi when I came back, obviously I was very happy, very gembira kerana sudah finish all my flight training, and I came back instead of hoping that my family ibu bapa boleh jumpa di airport untuk sambut kedatangan arrival.
Okay.
But instead of that, Amir nak kena have to go to quarantine for 14 days in a hotel. Jadi I call it so close yet so far. So everything was very well taken care of by by Singapore Airlines, by government. So they brought us to the hotel from the airport with transport provided, and I was quarantined for 14 days in a government provided hotel.
Hotel 5 star ke? Marina Bay Sands ke?
Sorry again, bang?
Marina Bay Sands.
I wish. I was placed in Copthorne Kings dekat Havelock Road. Tapi one thing good about the hotel is that alhamdulillah kita ada balcony. So because of the situation, the hotel allow us to open kita punya sliding door just to have fresh air. Jadi in that 14 days it's very challenging for me because kita being, kita only can stay inside for 14 days and we cannot go out. Tak boleh keluar pun.
Kali dalam you tak boleh keluar mana-mana, you dalam bilik tu je lah.
Saya dalam bilik tu.
Dalam bilik tu je.
Saya.
Then makan macam mana makan?
Okay, so makan is provided. Kita diberikan makan breakfast, lunch and dinner. And at one point of time, Amir agak a bit annoyed of my food. Why? Because Amir diberi preheated food and sometimes the preheated food is for one time I was given for lunch dengan dinner the same meal and it's preheated. Jadi it's not, to be honest, it's not, to me it's not really healthy. And getting the same menu for lunch and dinner, Amir rasa macam so what I did was Amir actually go and order my own food through Grab food.
Oh, boleh.
So they will, kita call and orang will deliver dekat concierge and concierge will bring it up.
Okay. So can you talk to your neighbor next door? Kan ada bilik kan tempat the hotel, right? Can you talk to the neighbor?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, you can talk to the neighbor.
Boleh, kita boleh interact. Tapi most of the time kalau Amir keluar bilik they are not there. Jadi again, for the 14 days is very challenging. I was very lonely. Just duduk in a room, but at the same time, my family actually went to the extent of bringing me my dumbbells, my weights. Jadi Amir buat exercise. Sorry,
who give you the weights?
Yeah. So I did weights in my room lah. I did exercise in my room.
Where you actually get the weights?
Oh, Amir memang dah ada. When before I left, Amir, I bought it dekat at the mall, and I always have. I don't like to go to the gym so much, so I have my own small gym at home.
So I understand the hotel is free, tapi for the quarantine is free at the hotel. Tapi how about the food? Is it free? Or you have to pay?
The food is free, kak. Yes.
Oh, the food is free.
Okay.
Then how does your mom felt when you balik kena 2 weeks tak boleh jumpa dia actually?
My mom is a very understanding person. She really understand the situation. Jadi with kita pun ada WhatsApp kan. I always call her. Jadi okay lah. Tak begitu extreme lah in a way. It was just fine. Just call on the phone, berbual dengan dia, and after the 14 days, both my parents picked me up lah with my mom. So it was good. But for that 14 days in the hotel, I felt that betul-betul punya, honestly on my point of view is, to me, is like no freedom. Tak ada freedom dekat dalam, when I look outside people, dorang jalan-jalan, it is so awesome to be free Tapi kita dekat sini, my area is only toilet, living room, balcony. Itu je. Tak boleh keluar lagi. So that was my,
Okay, so there's this question here. Somebody asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
Good question, Kak. I just want
to ask you, do you mind sharing your age now?
Me, okay, Amir, I'm 38 years old.
30?
30, this coming September, I will be 38.
Oh, okay, because you look young. I thought you were 30.
Lighting. I rasa lighting.
So just there was a question, is it too late? I mean, at 38, is it too late to get your pilot license? So it is not too late. Okay, so where do you see yourself in 5 years' time from now?
Good question. To be honest with you, Kak and Abang, I obviously I want to improve on myself. I do want to be, obviously deep in me, my dream has always to fly, with an airline, flying Boeings or flying Airbus or even the ATRs. As long as I can fly and do something that Amir, I'm passionate about, I'm happy, So if I do hope to see myself in the 5 years time to be hired in an airline, it can be any airline. But obviously my choices are obviously local airlines, SQ or Scoot. and especially Asian airlines anywhere. But at this point of time, in aviation, we cannot be too choosy. Whoever that is willing to hire you, I think kita have to consider lah and accept it.
Okay, so after the quarantine finish, okay, 14 days. So on the 15th of 4 2020, okay, so your parents pick you up from the Captron hotel.
Saya.
Okay, what happened? Because by then we know that the airlines punya some pilot steward dah kena apa ni lay off ataupun diberhentikan, di-retrench, no pay leave, all these things,
Yeah.
Okay, actually, so what is your? I'm very sure along the way you dah dengar ni story semua lah. So, how you as a person have gone so far from being a steward in Emirates, Scoot, Tiger, then learn how to become a pilot. For 2 years, you belajar and then get your 3 bar, and then suddenly when you come back is circuit breaker period, quarantine. Lepas tu will extend all the way to 1st of June.
So what is your reaction?
What is your reaction?
I was like, okay, it's okay. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. How was your reaction?
Firstly, it was OMG. I was like, oh my God, Amir felt obviously, again, it's all unexpected. Amir tak expect that it's going to be this bad. I mean, no one expected it's going to be this bad. And I really hope that especially aviation sector tak akan affected. Tapi I was wrong. Actually, in the service line especially, it was really affected. Tapi for me, how I felt okay, because my dream was, to achieve, to be a pilot. So that was my dream. Obviously, a bonus is going to be to be a pilot for an airline. That is a bonus. But to climb that stairs to just reach to be a pilot is a big thing for me already.
Okay.
It's a self achievement for me personally. But with that being said, dengan situation begini, Amir felt that okay lah, we have to I believe in God's timing. I believe in Allah's timing. I always put my I doakan yang terbaik untuk myself. So I just leave it all up to Allah to plan my journey lah. Kita plan, tapi yang merancangkan Allah. That's what I believe in. So I also believe that this happened for a reason. And hopefully when it recovers, maybe there are airlines who are wanting to have pilots. We do not know. So I just have to remain positive. I don't want to feel like macam, that this happened. No, I just want to remain positive, and I will always be positive.
So I can see that as a person, you are a very you're the type who doesn't give up. So because I can see that from your reaction, right, after you come back, right, how you reacted to the situation, right? Because some people would have like they would have like panic and then like don't know what to do, and then they will just like, okay, just don't know what to do lah. But for you, you took action, because right now we heard that you are doing Grab deliveries. So for me, it's like very inspiring lah. Because for me, like you spend like 100,000+ just to do your pilot course. Sekali balik tak ada kerja, and then become like this situation. But you took action and do something to overcome it, which is something very unexpected. I don't think you even expected to become a Grab delivery guy, right? So. Yes. Ada orang macam malu nak jadi delivery guy, all that, but you didn't. So for me, that is very inspiring for me lah. So maybe let me share like why you doing this, like why you reacted in such a way, Yeah.
Okay, so I always try not to forget where I came from. Meaning, if I've done that in the past, I can do it. I can do it again. So if I did explain, I informed everyone that I was actually doing Pizza Hut delivery before I became a flight steward, and before becoming a pilot. I was actually doing delivery. I was doing odd jobs. Kami buat kerja yang part time. Jadi for me to go back to what I used to do, it's okay for me. Even though people might think oh, you know, this guy is a pilot and he is now a delivery rider. To be honest, I respect their opinion, but um, I just have my own reasons why I want to do it. You know,
Hmm.
jadi uh, you know, to be a Grab delivery, I mean to be a delivery rider, Amir felt happy lah. You know, because Amir after 14 days in quarantine in the hotel, Amir just want to go out of the house. So and then got to know the circuit breaker that kita have to be in the house. I'm like, you know, Masya Allah, you know, again in the house. Jadi we need to take action. You know, kita harus try to adjust ourselves in different situation. You know, we have to think, okay, this happened. So what can we do to make the situation better? You know, what can we do to not be stuck in the house? Okay, the government let us go out, but on certain condition. And instead of me, you know, duduk rumah and then just do nothing, I have a motorbike that I rarely use. I mean, jarang pakai. And I love riding. I'm actually also ride motorbikes. I love motorbikes. Jadi at the same time, I like to meet people. Kami suka ketemu orang. And you know, back in American doing service. Jadi this doing deliveries is actually a combination of everything. If you think about it, I ride my motorbike, I meet people,
Hmm.
you know, I get paid to do what I like to do, and I'm happy. And I'm not. And the important thing is I'm not in the house. I'm out of the house. Jadi and you know a lot of people, or maybe most of them, even if they see us sitting outside and eat, I don't think they don't really disturb because they know that we are working. Jadi kita kadang macam for me, I makan dekat motorbike, you know, when with my you know, uniform, as in terms of delivery, they don't really, they understand the situation. So and doing this job also, bang, I managed to meet a lot of riders. I meet a lot of you know, customers who are really nice, very friendly. Interesting lah with this job itself, really interesting. You know, besides the tips that's given, sometimes dorang murah hati, dorang give tips, and it's interesting, and I like to know what I'm doing because this delivery sometimes how the app goes is that you just leave your app on, and then if someone wants to order food, your phone will be triggered. So they will tell you, oh, there's a delivery here. You have to pick up at this restaurant, and then you have to deliver to the house. Or there's someone who wants to give someone something. So kita nak kena go to their house, collect the thing, and then we send it over. And with that, kita dibayari lah. So it's interesting for me because again, you know, I'm not in the house. I like what I'm doing. I meet a lot of people, and at the same time, I'm being paid, you know, to do what I like to do. So even though tak besar, tapi alhamdulillah.
Okay. For people out there, what do you think for people who are doing so well? Maybe diorang engineer, mungkin diorang gaji mungkin 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. Because I myself have been retrenched before, drawing a good pay. Then suddenly I have to cut retrenchment, that I have to cut my salary if I want to work again. But what do you think for these people who have big pays and suddenly kena lay off kerja, atau 6 months tak boleh kerja, ataupun diorang kena retrench lah? What do you think they should do? Kalau sekiranya diorang nak, because if they want to get the 10,000 salary again, okay, it will be very, very difficult. So from your view, what do you think that they should do to make sure that anak bini ada makan?
Okay, for me, my opinion is I always have this saying, better than nothing. You know, so in this situation, sometimes I may do believe that we have to do what we have to do to survive. Sometimes I myself, or even we sometimes forget what are our basic necessities in life. Macam kita just perlukan makan, shelter, we need pakaian. These are the basic thing that we need, you know. But sometimes we forget that, to my opinion. Jadi, for in this abang punya question, what they can do is actually to do what needs to be done. You know, seandainya they have to go down a step lower to do something that they have been doing or they have done before or they have never done before just to get income coming in instead of nothing, I think they should do it. And don't have macam you know, don't really care about what people think because we don't owe anyone a living, to me. Jadi kita harus yakin that only good friends and people who really loves you and knows you will respect you. Tapi there will always be people macam will say the opposite. So we don't have to, because of that, I think a lot of people dorang tak mau melakukannya. They feel that, I don't want to do this because it affects my my image, whatever. No, you will always be who you are. Macam for me, this is what I am, but I don't mind doing something that I've been doing before. So people don't know that. People don't know, but we know. Jadi, just love ourselves and do what we need to do in order to continue the income. Even though it's not besar, tapi at least it's coming in. So this is my, sometimes we have to put our ego aside to do something. So
many people out there kadang-kadang dorang tak boleh bring down themselves. Okay, for myself itself, I actually have done so many kerja lah, daripada cleaner, angkat najis, 7-Eleven. So although today I'm doing very well, but if tomorrow sekali mana tahu pintu rezeki tertutup ke apa, I'm okay to go back to kerja 7-Eleven balik. Okay, ataupun kerja warehouse balik. I'm okay with that because I've gone through that path before. Okay, so sometimes people see me as successful today, mungkin because my parents are rich, which I think they have to look back on my history lah. Okay, so I really respect people like you, okay, who actually have gone so far, so high, so well, but because of this COVID-19 atau CB period, you are able to actually change the whole thing to your advantage. Okay, like you say, tak boleh nak duduk rumah lagi pening kepala, baik go and do Grab delivery at the same time to prolong because we don't know how long this CB is. It can be 2 months, it can be 3 months, it can be 4 months. Malaysia just actually extend another 4 weeks. Okay. Okay. So we don't know how long. So to me, what is important today is that if you are you need to have a living, then you must work. Okay, it doesn't matter what work it is, as long as you can run the month with salary. That's more important. Okay. And the other thing I tanya you, how difficult kalau hari ni ada orang kat luar sana actually betul-betul nak follow your footsteps, nak do Grab driver ataupun document ke delivery ke the one that you do, how difficult actually to apply it?
Okay, initially Amir thought it's going to be difficult, but it's not. It's actually just going to the go to the website and then just do an online application and then from there wait for 2 to 3 days, and then the management will reply to your email, and then they will tell you to collect your barang-barang. So from there you will have to choose a time that you are available, and then you just collect. Then once you have collected, the management will actually brief you on what to do, what not to do, very briefly. And also at the same time, you need to do online punya course that takes you around half an hour. Macam what are the do's and don'ts for this job. And then lepas tu terus, once that is done, you can download the application and then you can start doing your deliveries already.
Oh. So is this job very high in demand now? Is there shortage of staff?
Yes. Yes, Kak. Actually today I just received a message because it's a Mother's Day. So I was given a text. The company actually sent me a text saying that due to high demand, they're actually paying us additional fare because of the high demand for today. So yeah. So if that answers your question, yeah. So it is in high demand because now if you see Kai, a lot of us kita harus duduk rumah. Jadi only kita keluar only kalau ada keperluan. Jadi kita harus for them to order food, they need us, so they just call. So at certain times it is in demand, like macam peak hours, especially time lunch and dinner, and especially time sahur. There are people who are gonna order. Yes. So it's to be honest, it's quite in demand.
So can you share with us like how many trips you do per day?
Okay. For trips, an average of, it depends on the time. I would do an average of 8 to 14 trips.
Oh, that's a lot. 14 trips per
Uh,
day.
8 to
Yeah.
14 trips, Okay.
Hmm.
8 to 14. Yeah, 8 to 14 in average. Or I would just say I would try to hit a certain number of trips because the hours is flexible. Jadi certain days it's quite not as tak banyak orders. I don't know why. Tapi like yesterday, there's a lot of orders coming in because Amir also do express. Jadi not only deliver food, kita deliver documents, deliver people nak bagi kuih. Jadi that long trips is actually we are being paid a bit more. Depend on the destination and the destination lah.
So on average, how much are you paid per trip? You mind sharing with us?
Sure. So it depends. Kalau food for Grab food usually an average of $6 onwards.
Mm-hmm.
6 or 7. It depends on the destination again, how far. But kalau Grab for Express, it depends again on destination. So for one destination, which I can share with you, like yesterday, for example, Amir buat from Sengkang all the way down to Jurong. In the app, I was given $27.
Oh,
Just
You mean
just to hantar kuih.
for one trip? Or for just for one trip?
Yeah, that is express. So you just have to, you can just send, even you can send a watch, or you can send a document.
Express Express is like within 1 hour lah.
No, express is basically you want to send anything from your home to your friend's home or your saudara. So you can send anything, but it depends on the size because it cannot be bigger than the kotak that we are provided with.
Okay.
dia punya how difficult. Okay, sekarang kalau sekiranya I hantar barang, okay, I call, a delivery. Okay, what is your what will you get? What will you get? What is your job? Apa in the phone? What they will write?
Okay, so we will have we are on the Grab app. So if let's say we are on this app, for example, this is the app.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see. Okay, this is the app, and then there will be a notification. And the notification will say you've got a job. And the job will tell you Grab food or Grab or food or express. So then you just press on the button and they will tell you where to go.
Okay.
And that's it. That is so easy.
So kalau macam Grab food example. So you are supposed to go to cakaplah I nak beli ayam. Are you supposed to go kedai ayam and order ataupun actually dia dah orderkan? How does it work?
Let's say abang you want to buy ayam as in KFC.
Okay, KFC.
Okay. So so if you order KFC, so the order will go to KFC kan. So if I'm around the area, then if I'm the lucky one to be chosen for the job, then it will appear dekat my phone. Jadi that's where it will have something like this. I will show you. Like this. This is an app. They say okay, new job auto accepted. So but this is express. Jadi express is from one house to one house. Tapi kalau food, it will tell you Grab food. So this is the app. Something like that. So you will have this, and to me is like wow, this is a bonus. Okay, then we got a job. So that's where we go to the destination and pick it up, and then hantar.
So it's not difficult, Do you need
it's quite straightforward.
Okay. Do you need to have qualification to do Grab delivery?
No, bang. You don't need to have. As long as you need to have license. If you obviously ride a motorbike, you need to have a motorbike license and a commercial insurance.
Okay. Azura Yusof, I don't know whether you know her or not. Love that positive and never give up attitude you have. Alhamdulillah, this should inspire and motivate many. Thumbs up all the way. Okay. Then lagi satu Farel cakap champion. Farel also say champion. Okay. Acik cakap humble pilot. Okay. Acik pun Scarface also cakap rezeki mana-mana boleh cari. Okay. So this is a good sharing basically for people who actually memang sekarang COVID-19 circuit breaker, tak ada kerja. So at least to run the family you need to have money, right? So this is one way lah. You can actually do delivery to get. To me it's okay to do delivery as long as that money bring to your home lah. That's more important lah.
Correct.
And apa tadi nak tanya you Okay, then I want to show one video. Okay, this is today is Mother's Day. Okay, today is Mother's Day. Okay, I want to show you one video where you tell me about this sekejap
Okay, boleh.
Okay, this video. Okay, I will share this video. Okay, any of you want to know Amir better, you can actually link up to his IG and also Facebook. Okay, I'll email to him. I already put an email in the group. Okay, I want to put the video where you come back from you actually literally come back using your captain ni baju
Yes, I did, bang.
Okay,
Let me see.
Is it below lagi?
I think it's
Dah jauh ada pergi jauh lah.
So just a question. So siapa yang nak ambil course ni, is there certain companies, flying companies that, or flying schools that is, I mean, there's so many flying schools in US, right? So like if you want to go with Emirates ke, Q ke.
Sorry, just now I think you missed it on the top. I think on the the left. Sorry, Kak Yanti, can you please repeat your question, Kak?
Okay, so for those who aspire to work in a company like SQ, Emirates, like all those big companies, right? So is choosing a good flying school important? I mean, how do you choose a flying school wisely so that all the big companies, all the big airlines companies will actually take you to be the pilots?
Okay, very good question, Kak. In terms of choosing a flight school, yes, it's very important that kita cari a reliable school. So make sure that the school is reliable, especially safety records of the school. How can I say? If the school is popular amongst a lot of people, also make sure that the flight training that is being taught by us, make sure that it's legit lah. Most of the flight schools, excuse me, they are given the same itu nama dia license. The license is like this, So this is the license.
Okay.
Most of the flight schools are given the same license, but it depends on the flight training as well. Jadi kita need to make sure that the school is they have a proper management. In terms of safety, in terms of aircraft maintenance, and the school syllabus, because everyone will get the same license, but when you go to the airline, they might want to check your logbook. So this is a logbook that is going to be given to you.
Okay.
And then write down everything that is inside. So they need to check everything that is inside, is it legit? For example, macam ini So make sure that they have a signature by the school. Yang ini, make sure that they the school is available lah. Make sure that it's all being signed by chief pilots or the management of the school. But in terms of airline, they do want to do a bit of research of the flight school, and they might also want to see your license. Is it correct or not? Jadi, to answer your kakak question, yes, it's quite important to choose a good school, but don't go to a school that is not only cheap, because there's always a catch in terms of cheap schools. So you need to make sure that it is a reliable school, it is an affordable school. That's one thing that I advise.
But how do we know, like companies like Emirates, SQ, all these, do they have a requirement of like for example, if you're a doctor, right? If you want to study overseas to take your medicine degree, so there is certain schools which is recognized by Singapore government. Okay, we want to work in Singapore. So, like for pilots, is there also a recognized flying school? Is there a
Um,
list of where do we get it?
okay, so there's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of flying schools in America. There are few that is being heard of. Macam the problem is like flight safety, like aviator college. These are macam most of them. Some of the countries send their cadet pilots over to the school, so recognized. Yeah. So as long, but again, we get the same license under FAA. So unless if you got a license that the color of the card is maybe color merah ke atau color biru, it's not been seen before, then it could be most probably but then that rarely happens like in America. It rarely happens.
Tapi
Jadi
Singapore recognize uh, all the schools there or only certain schools?
uh, if Singapore recognize all the no, I don't think. Some of them again, some of the people, they might do their own research in other school. Yeah. So we might just explain to the, if let's say kalau kita pergi airline interview, kita can explain to them which school we were from, and then they might do their research from there. Maybe the person yang selalu accept pilots, they might have heard of these schools before. So they as long as they just check your logbook and they check how many flying hours you have and they got your transcript. Important is cut the transcript as well, because at the end of the day, the school will give you a black and white paper, saying how many flying hours you have, who's your flight instructor, which school of the heading, and being signed by the chief pilot. That is also important, not only the logbook. Yeah, so you need to have a lot, the transcript, like macam a summary of your flying hours, which school. So that is also to back up your logbook lah.
Okay. Then how do you convert the license that you have today to fly like SIA ke, Emirates punya, Boeing ke, Airbus ke? How do you convert?
Okay.
Maybe people out there saw the license, right? So how do you convert after that?
So that one, bang, is going to be between you and the company. So let's say now, if let's say the person is holding on to FAA license, for you to work for Singapore, you need to have the CAAS. Jadi they have their requirements that you need to convert. So this will be done usually by the airline. As long as you have the requirements yang for to convert to Singapore, then they will do it for you. Yeah, but you must be attached to a company, to a local company. Then you can convert your license, because it's better to do that. If let's say you get a job elsewhere, then you don't have to convert your CS to other, to let's say Vietnam punya license. No, you just stick to one license first. But when you got to that job, you just do a conversion of that license of that country requirement.
I was saying that you need to take 14 CAAS Singapore people unless you have more than 700 hours of flying experience. Just sharing.
Yeah, correct. So if let's say for pilots, kita are given an average of 250 flying hours in any school. So when you go up for the course, when you take the course, you are being told that you will get at least 250 hours, because the more flying hours yang a pilot have, meaning it's good, because you have more experience. So kalau in Singapore, kalau you have flown elsewhere in other countries, let's say in your flight training in America, you have done 705 hours. So you go back to Singapore, you can only instead of 14 papers under Singapore CS, you only need to do 3, because they give you the advantage that kita ada more flying hours.
Okay, so now I want to show the video yang tadi I cakap nak tunjuk. Okay, this basically is you coming back with your uniform. Okay, that means you berapa jam ni? 15 hours, 16 hours pakai uniform.
No. This one, Amir, this uniform I wore when I landed, and Amir purposely have that uniform in my bag.
Okay.
So I only change it when I landed in Singapore, and then I go out from the security to this. And actually just interesting, because why a lot of my friends ask me, why you kenapa nak kena pakai uniform What? No one have done that because for me it's very simple. Okay, bang. The only person that I want to make proud and happy is the person that have always been supporting me, which is my mom. As you can see over there, gambar tu is my own ibu that have believed in me since young. That a lot of people do not have that belief in me. Macam mana nakal pun me, and macam mana you know, tak nak belajarnya me she still is there to support me along the way. And for her to say yes to me to study flying, which is my dream, is a big thing already. So jadi in this video, I don't care about anyone else who say something about me, but because she have spent that money for me to go overseas, I want her as a mother to see me in a pilot uniform, because I won't be wearing this uniform unless Amir dapat airline job. Jadi for her, and I haven't seen her, this video is I haven't seen her for almost 1.5 years. Jadi,
Okay, let's watch the video. Let's watch
yes,
the video.
boleh, silakan. This part I took down.
That part nangis sikit lah.
That part I couldn't control my emotion, because once I hug my mom, you know, emotion just boom. So yeah.
Okay, especially for you since you are here, okay, would you want to say anything to your mom?
Oh, okay. Sure bang. Okay, so as today is Mother's Day, you know, as a son, I would like to say thank you to my mother, Narima, for all the support that she have given me since young. You know, thank you for all the belief in me. Thank you for supporting me, and especially the support that I've given from you and the love. You know, it's overwhelming lah. So, like, there's no words that I can say. You know, I just saying thank you is not enough. But I couldn't have asked for a better mom. So. Thank you for being there for me. You know, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for believing in me. And obviously, most importantly is thank you for letting me achieving my dreams lah, which is to be a pilot. And so I hope that I've made her proud. You know, with all the obstacles that I face, you know, that is one thing that I want to tell her lah. So thank you, mom. Thank you so much, Ibu, and happy Mother's Day to you and every mothers out there.
Okay, so thank you Amir for the inspiring story daripada schooling from ITE, you pergi NS, then you pergi kerja, one of your kerja is Pizza Hut delivery driver, then after that you jadi steward with Emirates, then after that you join Scoot, then join Tiger, then after you decided that you want to chase your dream and you become a pilot. Okay,
At the age of 38
at the age of 38
Yeah, I took the course at 35.
35 and then 2 years is it you dapat your license? Okay,
yeah.
So at the age of 38 37 macam gitu you balik. Okay, then the COVID-19 ataupun pandemic ataupun circuit breaker period come in and you actually bring down yourself and actually still want to work, and you go you work as a delivery driver, and actually it's very very good of you to share with all the people how to apply, because banyak orang kat luar sana nak jadi tapi tak tahu apply. So it's good for you to share with them, because I hope that this story of yours inspire people yang ingat that they must do good job, they must always have a good job, but in the time of like this, sometimes there's no choice. Okay, there's no choice. Okay, they have to readjust. Itu yang cakap growth mindset ataupun fixed mindset. A growth mindset will actually readjust themselves to see what is the situation and follow through with that situation. A fixed mindset will just tak boleh lah, ni tak boleh, tu tak boleh, semua tak boleh. So I the way I look at it, you have a growth mindset where you actually can change. Anytime you want to change, you change. And the good thing is that your experience is macam-macam experience you ada. Okay, daripada steward, daripada jadikan pilot. Jadi kalau you kerja for airline in the future, you steward tak boleh bohong you lah.
Yeah.
I think that will be your extra edge, that when you apply for a job lah, I think lah, the way I look at it lah. So we would like to thank you lah for sharing your journey with us, and I hope that this story of yours inspire people out there to do well in life lah. Okay, you do not need to always be up high there. Sometimes you have to go down to be a better person. And we also pray, doakan you that you will have your pilot job in the future and do well at it lah. Okay,
InsyaAllah.
and that's
Amin.
And
Amin.
one of the person actually write this. Let me find for you he write
Okay.
Okay, dia tulis ni lah. This is just dia apa yang dia tulis, apa yang cakap. May you achieve and success to become airline pilot bro. Succeed to become airline pilot bro. Kalau tidak ada rezeki jadi pilot, join Abang Adi. Mana tahu boleh jadi pilot Ferrari atau Maserati. Lastly, jangan lupa usaha berperkahwinan. Oh, okay. Yeah, forget that you are single and available Ada single available ke? Ada yang punya?
Ada yang punya.
And may Allah bless you bro. Pray for your success. That come from Apai Faizal. Okay. And for us, Abadi and Kak Yanti, we also hope that you do well in your future. Okay. InsyaAllah you will get your pilot. Maybe one day we will meet when you become a pilot. Manalah tahu
InsyaAllah.
Which company you work with lah. Then I can try to see whether I can meet you there or not. Take you pilot out of the plane.
Yes, it will be an honor, bang. It will be an honor and privilege to bring you and your family out, insyaAllah.
We'll doa for you.
We doa for you that you get a job. Yeah.
I mean, likewise. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing, Amir.
So I hope that your story really inspired people out there that there's always a job for everybody.
Yeah, and you're never too old to achieve your dream.
Yes, correct.
That is the lesson we learned here from you. You're never too old to achieve your dream. Okay, just go for it.
And do you have anything to say to the audience?
Okay, so to the audience, firstly, I would like to say thank you very much, Kak Yanti and Kak Abang Adi, for having me in your show. It's really an honor and privilege to be in your show. At the same time, to the viewers, this circuit breaker is going to be just temporary. Just remember that we are who we are. No one can change kita. Kalau kita of what we are, just remember is that we will never lose anything. Always be positive. Things always happen for a reason. Seandainya kalau tak berlaku hari ni, there might be something better that is coming your way. Be patient. Always be positive. Like I said, be nice to everyone. At the same time, you need to enjoy your job. Apa yang kita lakukan, kita harus we have to be happy. I don't take this delivery as a job. I take it as something else, like something that I've loved to do, especially riding my motorbike. Jadi and delivering and meeting people. So we just keep it positive. Remember that this situation is temporary for every one of us. Obviously, kita semua nak balik, to the normal daily life, without being staying at home. Tapi all of us know that this is going to be temporary, and we all need to be together and stay united to succeed in this situation. Jadi, my advice is, if you have a dream, go and achieve it. Do not be afraid to try. The important thing is you have to try. Kalau you don't try, you do not know. And at the same time, believe in yourself. If no one else have that belief in you, just have to believe in yourself and don't worry about what people say about you. Jangan fikir, just be positive. And mostly importantly is banyak doa, yakin, and with our usaha, inshallah, we will achieve what we want and never give up. The one of the pilot I remembered, he told me before I left for the States, he looked at me on the side, he told me, Amir, don't give up. Whatever that you do not give up. So if I've started something, I cannot give up. So to achieve or to be successful in life is not to give up in what you do. So believe, have faith, and never give up. So that is my advice to all the viewers that is watching the show.
Very, very good. Very, very humble of you. Okay.
Very good advice. Thank you so much.
So I hope that everybody out there who listen to this show is able to adjust to this situation and do well in life lah. And for us, from us also, may you have your first pilot commercial punya flight, okay, soon.
Amin.
InsyaAllah. Amin. Once after this COVID-19, because I say COVID-19 is not forever, it will die down matter of months maybe, but after that will be stable back. So thank you, Amir, for sharing with us. Okay, and don't people out there, don't forget to follow Amir, Amir Jamil, IG Amir Jamil 1982. Mana tahu lepas ni dia jadi famous Amir Okay. Facebook Amir Jamil atau email the amirjamil1982@gmail.com to ask about how to get a pilot license, to ask how to be a delivery rider, okay, or to ask how to be a steward. Semua you boleh angkat.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to share my experience, especially kebanyakan mungkin there are a lot of people who wants to be a pilot, especially their son or their daughters or saudara mara or friends who do not know how to be a pilot in terms of the way to be one. They can always contact me. I can more than happy to share my experience with them. I can even show them the way macam mana to go over because it's not only in Singapore that you can achieve your dream. Kalau there is a wall that is obstructing your dream to be a pilot in Singapore that tak boleh because of limited seats, then don't waste your time. There's always other places that you can go to achieve it. And with this license, you can convert to the country that you want to fly in. And then from there you are going to be in the same seat as most of the people lah. So jadi this is my tips for those people who are interested to be one.
Okay, people out there also, don't forget to like and share this video or live. Okay, follow me on Adi Mizjadi Property Consultant. On this is my page. Follow me on Instagram, IG. Wait, how do you change? Sorry I ada tertekan sikit.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Click like and share. Follow me on my Facebook page, Adi Mizjadi Property Consultant. Follow me on my IG, Adi Mizjadi ERA, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, Adi Mizjadi TV. Obviously, I try to get this kind of inspiration story in. Kalau any people out there who want to share their story, do feel free to WhatsApp me at my phone number. I think you can Google my name, Adi Mizjadi. You'll be able to get. Okay. Or I can give you my number now, 822-33333, which is a very easy number to ingat. And there is last few story. Okay, this daripada Apai. Thanks Abadi and Kak Yanti for the inspiration story of Amir Jamil. Wah, you dah boleh buat buku, Amir. And this is from Chowdhury YJ. I'm so happy for his story to have this session. Thank you, Mr. Pilot Sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chowdhury.
Dia reply balik.
No. Thumbs up.
For the session, till we meet you again next time, whether online or on live. Maybe after the COVID-19, we can boleh ada coffee ke apa. Okay.
Boleh.
We'll meet again. Okay.
Boleh.
Salam yang ada.
Oh, I will. Okay, thank you. Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.
Salam. Bye-bye.
I will end with this video the video yang tadi, your flight. Thank you, Amir.
Okay,
Yes,
bang.
sorry. Bye
Okay, thank you
bye.
very much. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Much.
For all the
Okay.
rest of you, thank you for watching our show. So when is the next show?
I don't know when the next show.
We'll come
Okay.
up with a very interesting one maybe next week.
Okay.
So watch out for our posting.
Bye bye, everybody. I'm going to leave.